Life isn't the problem we often make it out to be. This notion might seem to challenge our common sense, but consider it for a moment. We usually view life as a series of problems, a relentless struggle from morning to night, trying to solve the great mysteries of existence. For some, this struggle might be existential. Why does the universe exist? For others, it's more practical. How will I find enough to eat? Given these extremes, it's easy to see why many believe life is inherently problematic. Yet there's a bold suggestion that perhaps what we're grappling with is an illusion, a phantom that doesn't truly exist. One hallmark of neurotic behavior is its repetitiveness. A neurotic person repeatedly engages in unsuccessful life patterns, seemingly unable to break free. This cycle, much like the daily grind we experience, is a vicious circle. We keep trying to solve problems that aren't just overwhelmingly difficult, but aren't problems at all. They merely appear to be. Consider the ghosts that haunt our minds. We often say we have an instinct to survive, framing life as a constant battle for survival. But what is this instinct really? The evidence for such an instinct is shaky. People survive until they don't, raising the question of what happens to this survival instinct when they don't survive. When we attempt to explain behavior by invoking some mysterious, motivating force, we fail to describe what's actually happening. The world often seems solid and material until we examine it closely. A distant nebula looks like a solid star until we magnify it and see the intricate patterns within. Similarly, the human body appears contained by the skin, but it's also shaped by the surrounding air pressure. This interplay between the organism and its environment highlights that our existence is a transactional relationship with everything around us. A buyer needs a seller, and knowledge requires something to be known. We often overlook that everything in the world exists in a transactional relationship, not just with one other thing, but with everything else. A person, for example, isn't just a doctor, but also a parent, a citizen, and so on. These roles aren't separate from the person, but part of a complex web of relationships. Therefore, life isn't about being pushed around by the environment or passively responding to stimuli. Instead, the organism and environment are inseparable, each influencing the other. By describing what happens without invoking ghosts or external motivators, we get a clearer picture of the world. This perspective helps us realize that life isn't a problem or a contest against our environment. It's an interconnected, transactional existence, freeing us from the illusion of life as an endless struggle.